Hey, what's going on, y'all? RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'm doing a comparison between the Motorola Moto E4 and the Motorola Moto E second generation, or the E2. Both of these here are on Boost Mobile, and this phone here has been out, what, a month? Something like that. This phone came out around 2 years ago, and I'm really doing this here mainly for fun because just showing you the difference between the E4 from the E2 of 2 years ago. So let's go ahead and get in with this here. Let's go ahead and power this phone on. We'll turn this phone here on as well. And so we got them all set up here and ready to go. Now, first things first, we're going to go ahead and go into CPU-Z like we always do. And looking here on this phone, we have the 1.2 gigahertz Snapdragon 410. It is a quad-core processor with an Adreno 306 GPU. This phone has a 4.5-inch display at 540 by 960 resolution with 244 pixels per inch. Now, this phone only has 1 gigabyte of RAM and 8 gigabytes of built-in storage, with around 5 gigs available to user out of the box. Now, on the E4, we have the 1.4 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 425 or 427. It's one of the two, with an Adreno 308 GPU. Over here got a 5-inch display at 720 by 1280, 295 pixels per inch. This does have 2 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of onboard storage, with around 10 gigabytes out of the box. So let's go back home here, and we will just look at a few scores here. Geekbench 4 we'll do first. And let's get these here a little bit better lined up. Go ahead and go into history here on both devices. And you will see here on the Moto E4, we got 659 single core score, 1877 multi-core score, and 488 single core score, and 1283 multi-core here on the E2. So let's go ahead and go back home here. Go into M22 benchmark. And on the E4, we got 36,985, and I really have no idea how the E2 got a score of 26,979. That kind of just shows you that these are not exactly entirely accurate, because yeah, it's just because I don't believe this phone here would actually get that kind of a score. That's just my personal opinion. Now let's go back home, and we will clear these out like always. And already the E2 is acting a little bit buggy, but it's all good. We're gonna get started in right now, y'all. That was the E4, and we're still waiting on the E2. Go into YouTube, E4, and the E2 finally catches up. Let's go into calculator. The E4, I gotta get them right here. Calendar, E4 by a long shot. It's even struggling to even open up calendar on the E2. Going to clock, E2, E4, my bad, I'm going to get confused here, I know it. Let's go into Google Plus. Of course, that was the E4. Let's go into camera, the E4. Let's go into IMDb, E4. Wow. Okay, let's go into Instagram. Yeah, E4. That there didn't even reload. There we go. Finally, go into Play Store. That's the E4. Let's go into settings. E4. Go into Snapchat. Now, we knew this was going to be a landslide for the E4, but like I said, just a fun little comparison here to show you the difference between the two devices. And we're still waiting there on the E2 to show up. Let's go into Twitter. That was the E4. Still waiting there on the E2. Let's go into Periscope. E4. Tired of waiting for it. Let's go into Temple Run 2. So yeah, you can still buy the Moto E second generation. I've seen like on eBay, Amazon, stuff like that. I'm not really sure. I don't think that you can buy it on the Boost Mobile site anymore. I doubt it very seriously. But the E2 is not a bad little phone if you want something just to have. But as far as speed goes, you're going to have a lot of issue as far as smoothness goes, especially with the newer phones that are out now, of course. So that was definitely the E4 by a long shot again. And let's go into Subway Surfer. And of course, you're going from a 540 by 960 to a 720 by 1280, of course. Now, the screen on the E2 really don't look bad at all. The screen looks really good for it not being HD. Both of them have front-firing speakers, which is, you know, really nice as well. But we'll get into that here in just a few minutes. So, of course, it's going to be the E4 there, whipping out the E2. This is still trying to load, and we're going to give it just another second or two for it to load. There we go. We are there now on the home screen. We'll do one more game. We'll go into Crossy Road. So, yeah, I'm really glad that Boost Mobile finally got another Motorola device, you know, because, like I said, 2 years old here on the E2, and 2 years later they finally come out with the E4. So we pretty much know which one's going to win this test here as well. And as you see, it's already heading out here, fixing to load up here on the E4. We're still on the first screen here on the Moto E2, so we probably won't even wait for it to even load, because we know, yeah, already loaded up here, ready to go here on the E4. And now I think finally it's coming along here on the Moto E2. So yeah, waiting, tired of waiting. Okay, we're going to do just a few of these reopening of apps. We're not going to do a whole bunch of them because we know which one's going to outdo which. So yeah, we got both of them have to be reloaded there. That was the E4, still waiting on the E2. Not going to wait for it all day long. Let's go into YouTube. Problem with the network. Even to refresh it, still faster, still waiting there on the E2. So that's about how it's going to be there. It's not even, I don't know, this thing is just really glitching out or something right now. Let's go down here and just go into Google Plus. Shout out there to Tony Pazzo there, and Magic Tech Review. So let's go ahead and go back home here. Yeah, so you pretty much just seen how these are. I mean, going into Instagram, E4, E2. So I'm not going to go through any more of these. Just push home and it didn't do anything. There we go. So there you have it, y'all. Just a little fun comparison there between the Motorola Moto E 2nd generation and the Moto E4. A landslide of a win here for the E4. Now you do get a rear flash compared to the E2, and you do get a front-facing flash here on the E4. And the cameras, there's no comparison. The E4 just has a much better camera, much better everything. So yeah, I mean, the Moto E4 skunked it just like I figured it would, just like I knew it would. But just for, you know, just for the heck of it, for the fun of it, I thought I would do a comparison between these two devices here, from 2 years ago to current. So yeah, if this was helpful, informative in any way, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down below and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and I'd really appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next video.